So I hope you enjoyed the meditation if that's what you've chosen to do right now, and hopefully you really enjoyed getting nice and juicy with your new moon intentions. Now I'd like to finish off with just a little card pulling. I don't usually do this in my new moon ceremonies, but I feel really called to right now. So I'm just going to pull a card that represents the collective energy that we are currently experiencing at the moment. So I'm just going to close my eyes and set the intention that we pull a card for the highest and greatest good of everyone watching. So you may also like to just close down your eyes, place your hands to your heart, and just ask that we will receive the guidance that we need to experience the energies of this Cancer new moon and what it is that we need to explore and look at within this next lunar cycle. Trusting will always be guided throughout this process. So let's take a nice deep inhale and a full exhale. And I will select a card for us, or a card will select me or us. They usually like to jump out. So we'll see what we have for this new moon. Oh, and we have two cards. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. So we have the moon, which is hilarious. I just knew, again, that feminine intuition, that this card would be coming out to play. So that's very, very funny. Again, this is the sign, the moon, the feminine energy, the inner work. The feminine energy flows. She creates. So this is really a time to tap in to our creative powers, our creative energy, whether you do that through words, creating music, painting, whatever you can do to cultivate this feminine flow and creation without purpose. This is where our power will be over the next new moon cycle. And I just knew this was coming. I already felt it in my third eye, so I love that. We also have the card Trust Yourself. Now I'll see if you can see here. We've got a beautiful little girl and she's just holding up some flowers to her heart. They're pink, so this is almost reconnecting with the heart chakra, the heart space. Now this little girl for me represents and embodies the inner child that exists within all of us. And it's funny because that really aligns with the theme of Cancer, who's the archetype of the great mother who is nurturing, loving, forgiving. So maybe this is a time where we need to really dive in and nurture that inner child, get back in touch, check in and see how she's doing. Maybe she's still grieving and hurting. Maybe she is the one who needs to hear the Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Forgiving yourself for all of the times that you thought you'd let yourself or others down. Forgiving yourself for all of the times that you put other people's needs first before your own. Forgiving yourself for not doing what you really wanted to do, or for not saying no when really that's what you needed, was to create those boundaries. But how could you have created them when you were just a child? But now you can. Now you've established your emotional boundaries. Now she will not be able to be hurt more. So what I'm really feeling from this new moon cycle is that this is really a time for deep inner work, getting back in touch with the inner child and regaining that trust, regaining the foundation where you can flourish and grow and be comfortable being vulnerable and operating from that heart space, operating from that place of gooiness that exists with inside the flesh of the crab shell, but still having the exterior clear and healthy emotional boundaries. So I hope that resonated with you. You may like to have a little journal about what does that mean for you working with the inner child? How is he or she right now checking in with that? This is just a little bit of a fun extra that I thought I would do. Now, as I like to do also with my new moon ceremonies,